Don't mess with Trump. That's the bottom line. Don't mess with him. So, Marco Rubio, little Rubio, Trump used to call him, he went to Panama to speak to the president of Panama. And hey, he warned him, don't mess with me or I'll take Panama Canal. He just told him, don't mess with me, dude. I'll take it. So the Panamanian president buckled, and he will not renew his China agreement for infrastructure that they had with China for Panama. Let's read this from Washington Free Beacon. Panama won't renew Belt and Road Agreement with China, making it first Latin American nation to leave initiative. Rubio says CCP cannot continue with effective and growing control over the Panama Canal area. Panamanian President José Raúl Mulino said his country would not renew its agreement with China Belt and Road Initiative following a visit from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, a move that will make it the first Latin American country to leave the initiative. Guys, the whole point is to basically reduce the presence of the Chinese government around the world. So as you guys know, China has a lot of influence around the world, a lot. They have their tentacles almost everything, because they work slow, but it's like cooking ribs and cooking, low and slow. That's the whole point. It's low and slow. Nothing's fast with them. Everything takes time. It's basically they seed and they let it grow. And with this move, this is basically United States trying to cut off these little small tentacles that are everywhere, and basically try to reduce their presence or make it hard for them to basically take over everything or be the superpower of everything. So this was one step forward to regain that control back to the Panamanian people and basically help the United States as well. But as we know, because the way China operates, because of their low cost labor, a lot of countries are dependent on China. And because of that, it's we saw during the pandemic how antibiotics, bunch goods, and a lot of stuff that comes from ships from China was hindered. So that created a lot of inflation in pricing. It created a lot of shortage and whatnot, specifically in medicine. So this is one way to basically steer away from being dependent on another country. So that's very important. Let's continue reading. Mulino, speaking to reporters on Sunday after Rubio's first foreign trip as America's top diplomat, said he believes the agreement is due for renewal in a year or two. He said he would study whether it can be finished earlier or not. The news is a blow to Beijing, which views Panama as critical to its foreign influence effort in the Western Hemisphere. Chinese business operate ports near the Panama Canal, which the United States owned and operated until moving control to Panama in 1999. So, yeah. I believe it was Clinton who gave him, not Clinton, I think it was Bush. Bush gave him the control. Following his meeting with Molino, Rubio said the United States cannot and will not allow the Chinese Communist Party to continue with its effective and growing control over the Panama Canal area. Brazil also considered joining the Belt and Road Initiative last year, signaling a desire to align with the Chinese Communist Party. The country abandoned those plans soon after, however, with officials expressing fear about signing long-term agreements with Beijing. In late 2023, meanwhile, Italy became the first European nation to exit the initiative, arguing that the deal did little to boost the country's export to China. So, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be super interesting, because if United States can basically replace that contract some way, somehow, will be beneficial to the United States, obviously, and to Panama. But from strategic standpoint, Panama is critical for shipping goods, and especially Panama Canal is very, very critical for U.S. security and U.S. shipments. By the Chinese being out of the game, this will help actually Panamanian economy to actually grow more than what they expect. Panama was the first Latin American nation to join the Belt and Road Initiative and now becomes the first to back away from it. The initiative seeks to spread Chinese influence worldwide through public investment from Beijing. Panama's decision to leave the initiative reverses the Chinese Communist Party's geopolitical gains in our own hemisphere, said Michael Sobolik, a veteran China analyst with the Hudson Institute think tank. Americans should welcome this achievement, and every BRI partner in Latin America should follow Panama's example, he told the Washington Free Beacon. Mauricio, I don't know who. Mauricio Caron, the U.S. Special Envoy for Latin America, said Rubio is effectively restoring America's credibility on his first trip abroad as Secretary of State. So, a lot to unwind there. But, for Marco Rubio, Secretary Rubio, I should say, for him to have this win is huge for him, for his political career to begin with. But for the fact that Trump is basically filling up his cabinet with capable individuals. His first term, he was naive, to say the least. He trusted a lot of people who backstabbed him a lot. And now he's learning not to trust everything and everyone that comes to his circle. So he vets them, he makes sure they are who they say they are, and basically making decisions strategically of how it will impact United States first. So his goal and ambition is United States first, US first, and then everybody else, which is the way it's supposed to be. So with this win, this is huge. This is a huge win. I'm actually loving it. This is great. Next thing will come the tariffs, which were implemented to China and Canada and Mexico. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think this was not a good move or not. Leave your comments down below. Peace out.